Here's something that will either excite Cubs fans or make them nervous. The organization is about to throw their most promising young talent directly into the Major League fire. The Chicago Cubs are set to promote their premier prospect, outfielder Owen Caissie, following an unfortunate ankle injury to Miguel Amaya during Wednesday's matchup. But here's where it gets interesting and potentially controversial. According to ESPN's Jesse Rogers, Caissie will join the big league roster just in time for Thursday's series finale against the Toronto Blue Jays. What makes this moment even more compelling? The young slugger could very well make his major league debut on Canadian soil, which happens to be his birthplace. Now, let's talk about why this move has baseball analysts buzzing. Caissie isn't just any prospect. He's currently ranked among the top 50 prospects across all of Major League Baseball by MLB Pipeline, and he sits at the very top of the Cubs' organizational depth chart. This kid originally belonged to the San Diego Padres organization before becoming a centerpiece in that blockbuster December 2020 trade that shipped Yu Darvish to the West Coast. And this is the part most people miss. Caissie represents the first tangible return from that controversial Darvish deal to actually reach the majors wearing a Cubs uniform. Talk about pressure, right? The scouting reports on this Canadian-born talent are absolutely mouth-watering. MLB Pipeline has tagged him with plus grades for both his raw power and his throwing arm, two tools that translate beautifully to the major league level. Expect to see him deployed either as a designated hitter or patrolling one of the corner outfield positions when he gets his shot. But here's what should really get Cubs fans excited, or worried, depending on your perspective. The numbers Caissie has been putting up at AAA Iowa this season are nothing short of spectacular. We're talking about 22 home runs and 52 runs batted in across 92 games, and he's maintaining a slash line of .292, .393, .573 that would make veteran hitters jealous. Here's the kicker. The kid has been absolutely scorching hot during the second half of the AAA campaign. Over his most recent 112 at-bats with Iowa, Caissie has launched 11 home runs while hitting an impressive .339. Those are video game numbers, folks, and they're coming at exactly the right time. Now, about that injury situation that's creating this opportunity, Miguel Amaya's Wednesday night accident was genuinely frightening to witness. The Cubs catcher was racing toward first base during their 4-1 victory over Toronto when he made awkward contact with the bag, immediately crumpling to the Rogers Center turf. The medical staff had to cart him off the field, though fortunately, X-rays came back negative, and he's been diagnosed with a sprained ankle. While Amaya's injury creates the roster opening, it also raises some thought-provoking questions. Is the organization rushing Caissie to the majors because of circumstance? Or is he genuinely ready for this level of competition? Some might argue that emergency call-ups rarely work out as planned, while others will point to his dominant AAA performance as proof he's owned this opportunity. The timing couldn't be more perfect from a storytelling perspective. Caissie will likely face off against veteran right-hander Max Scherzer in Thursday's contest. And here's a fun fact that should boost confidence. The prospect has absolutely demolished right-handed pitching this season in the minors, crushing 19 home runs while posting a ridiculous .311, .401, .634 slash line against righties. From a strategic standpoint, Caissie's promotion gives Cubs manager David Ross some much-needed flexibility. The team can now provide rest days for struggling outfielders like Pete Crow Armstrong and Seiya Suzuki, both of whom have been mired in extended slumps that have frustrated fans and coaching staff alike. Matthew Boyd will take the mound for Chicago in Thursday's 2:07 p.m. first pitch, as the Cubs attempt to secure their first road series victory since late July when they took 2 of 3 games from their crosstown rivals, the White Sox. But here's the million-dollar question that's got everyone talking. Is Owen Caissie truly ready for the bright lights of Major League Baseball, Or are the Cubs setting him up for potential failure by fast-tracking his promotion due to injury circumstances rather than pure merit? The pressure of potentially debuting in his home country adds another layer of complexity to an already fascinating storyline. What do you think? Is this the perfect opportunity for Caissie to announce his arrival, or should the Cubs have taken a more conservative approach with their top prospect? The debate is sure to intensify based on how Thursday's game unfolds.